Hey everybody, and welcome to the Tora Jordan Show. I am your host, Tora Jordan. If you are new here, hi, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, hey, welcome back. Glad to see you. So, today, I have been talking about this for a while now. We're making the Pavlova. Alrighty, guys, off to the kitchen. Alrighty, so let's get started making this Pavlova. The infamous Pavlova. I told you before, I've got a stand mixer, so I'm going to utilize that. As you can see, it is 3:12 in the afternoon. And right here, I have my Pinterest. This is a easy sugar-free Pavlova from ditchthecarbs.com. I will copy the link and put it in the description box that is down below. I have already, because I needed both hands, separated out my egg whites. I've got 6 egg whites in there. And when you scroll down, it's going to tell you to preheat your oven to 385 degrees. So let's go ahead and bake. And I already checked my oven and made sure that it was completely empty. So it's already set and preheating. And I'm going to go ahead and get my egg whites. For the recipe, I want to tell you this. It is egg whites, cream of tartar, vanilla, sweetener of your choice. I use stevia. Bought this at Aldi. And then apple cider vinegar. I've had that bottle for a while. Use it for medicinal purposes, especially like if we get a cold or something like that. Whoop. Anyway, I stepped on something there. Here we go. I'm going to go ahead and start my mixer and go ahead and get it whipped up. And while this is whipping, I am going to prep my parchment paper on my rimless flat baking sheet. So, all right, here we go. And you saw that it was 3:12. So I'm going to time this, and I will tell you what time, about how long. You just want to whip these until they're stiff peaks, okay? Or not quite stiff peaks. So here we go. Because we got to add the ingredients into it before it gets to the stiff peaks. All right. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so it's 3:18. And I turned this down so I could check it. And you see how it kind of, scoot this out just a little bit more. How when I raise it up, it kind of flops back down, but it's real frothy. That's what we want. Okay, so with this, my oven's still preheating there. So, with this recipe, it says to take half a cup of your sweetener. Okay. 1/2 cup. And slowly integrate it, add it in to the mixture. Okay. Now with sweetener, it will floof up, kind of like baking powdered sugar. So you want to be careful with that, okay? See, 1/2 cup. All right, I'm going to pop that up to 2. And let that work in. Let me go grab my spatula real quick. Hang on. Just so I don't tear up my mixer, I'm going to turn it off. And scrape down my sides. Okay, make sure there's nothing sticking on the sides there. Alright, scrape that off there. I bought that for $1 a while back, and it's just a handy little spatula. Just a side note there. Since y'all are in my kitchen here, I think I got it at Dollar General. So anyway, bump that up to 3. Four. Let that whip a little bit, and I'm going to turn it back down because I'm going to add in the other ingredients. Alright, hang on just a second. Alright, I got my 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar, and that goes. Alright, 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar. Let that get all mixed up in there. I'm going to stop that, pull that up, and scrape down my sides real good. Oven's hot. And you see how it's got clumps still there? And we're not to stiff peak yet. And that's where we're going, to stiff peak. So don't worry about, oh, you know, am I overworking it? No, you're not. All right. Go ahead and get that back up and going. And the cream of tartar works as a stabilizer. Okay? It's going to help everything hold together. Alrighty. 1 vanilla. 2 vanilla. Alright, let that work around some more. Scrape down your sides. Careful, don't get your whisk. Alright, now I'm going to crank it up. Sorry if it's a little loud. Alright, I'm going to see if we got stiff peaks. Oh yeah, you see how that little point there is sticking straight up? Yep, we're at stiff peaks. We made it, guys. Might have been a little loud, but we made it. Alright, I'm going to toss this over into the sink and get my baking sheet over here. Hang on, I'll be right back. Alrighty, so this is a flat, it's got 1 lip here and 1 lip here, but it doesn't have any lips down on the edges. A rimless baking sheet. And I've covered it with parchment paper. It has to be parchment paper or a silicone baking mat. Okay, it's got to be that. You do not add any oil or anything like that. It has to be either parchment or a silicone baking sheet. Okay, very important, because otherwise your eggs won't set up right. All right, so what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take this and put it on here in a circular form and try to make like a wreath, but, you know, a bowl type wreath, okay? So, got to do that two-handed. I'll be right back, guys, and show you what I mean. Okay, so that's my whipped egg whites. And I'm just trying to build it up and divvy out the middle here. And kind of make it a little pretty. You know, it's because I am taking this to a church function. And I don't know, I grew up with church ladies in my life that, you know, you always took your best dishes to church dinners. Because you never know when somebody might want to be trying a new recipe and you want to show them your best. Alright, so I'm going to try to scrape the sides of this a little bit. And put all that in the middle. Okay. And it's going to be a little crinkly. You know, it is what it is. But the best thing about this is you can sit here and do this and make little peaks and kind of decorate it up a little bit if you want to. Okay. And y'all might be going, okay, you use 6 egg whites. What are you doing with the egg yolks? We're going to make lemon curd. Alrighty, I'll show you all how to do that. I'm going to slide this in the oven, then I'm going to get my area prepped up for the lemon curd. So I will be back in a jiffy. I just put it in. I don't have my area prepped up, but I forgot to mention this. Set your timer for 10 minutes. Okay? Very important. Set your timer for 10 minutes. And I'll tell you when the timer goes off why. Alrighty, so we're back. I did it in a skillet instead of in a pan because I wanted y'all to be able to see. I went ahead and did the two-handed parts already. This is 1/3 cup of butter. Real butter, guys. Real butter. Butter. Okay? And I put in 2.5 tablespoons of lemon juice and 3/4 cup of sweetener. And I've got it set on melt. Okay? Low. You want it low. Okay, we're at less than a minute on that oven. And you want to go ahead and get this started whisking together. Because you want to, like, cream the butter. Okay? Make sure it's not sticking. Okay? And I know that butter's going to melt slow. It is. It's going to melt slow. Alrighty? But this is how I do it, okay? Go ahead and put my butter and my lemon juice in there. And my butter, my lemon juice, and my sweetener. Go ahead and get those going a little bit. So that sweetener can go ahead and start dissolving before we add the next ingredient. Alright. That is the meringue going off in the oven. Now I want to show y'all something. Whoop. Just turn it off. Okay, note the time. 3:45. In about an hour and a half to 2 hours, I will actually take that out of the oven. Do not open your oven. Okay? That meringue has been in that hot oven and it's partially cooked. But you don't want to overcook it. So that is actually a chef trick. I have seen it on some cooking shows where they start a meringue and then they just let it finish baking out in a warm oven as the oven cools down. You're gonna want it to go all the way down to room temperature. Just trying to help my butter here. Okay. That's pretty melty. So we're going to go ahead to the next step. Alright, I told you to hang on. I would tell you what to do with those 6 egg yolks. Okay? When I separated mine out, I just put my egg yolks in a coffee cup. Some of them busted when they went in, but that's alright. It's alright. Okay? Those 6 egg yolks. Just go ahead and put them on in there. Because it's almost like a lemon pudding that we're trying to make here. Okay? Bear with me. This one's going to take a while, okay? But go ahead and bust up those eggs. And you got to cook it over low heat. Low heat. Otherwise, you're making sweet scrambled eggs, okay? And what we're wanting is pudding, okay? And it's going to take it a while. It is going to take it a while. I mean, you see how it's thickening up there? Well, my butter's not melted. So what I'll do is just scoop my butter on over and just keep it going. All right. I'm just going to take 2 hands for a little bit just to get all this together, because it's not really cooked yet. What it is those egg yolks are going kind of almost into shock. Okay. You're not done. You're not done. And it's going to take probably 10 minutes or so, or longer. And I'll show you what I mean by when we get there, what consistency we're talking about. All right. So I'm going to stop this right now, and then I will pop it back on when we're almost there. Alrighty, jumping back in here. Got everything melted and incorporated. And what you may want to do is wash your little spatula. I did mine, and I scraped down the sides. And something that I wanted to add. This would be an excellent time to watch your favorite YouTuber. Oh, look. There's a new video from Tora. Alright. So, the main thing is you want to keep this moving. You do not want it to stop moving. It looks pudding-like consistency right now, but it's not done. I mean, the butter just finally melted, so this has got to cook. It's got to come up almost to a boil. Alrighty, but I wanted to show you guys. Settle in. You're going to be here a while. Okay? But it's a labor of love and deliciousness, alright? Good things come to those who work hard and who wait. So, alrighty. I'm going to jump off of here and whisk away some more. And watch my favorite YouTuber, Tora. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you my clock. It took a little longer than what it normally does. I went ahead and turned off my stove here. See how that's pushing? And it's glopping. Alright, that means that this is done. If we go any further, then we're going to mess it up and have some sort of weird mess. Alright, so that is making lemon curd from scratch. It's a little time consuming. It would have been faster if I'd have done it in a regular pot instead of a pan. But that's all there is to making your own lemon curd. Okay, so anyway, I'll show y'all how to store this. Okay, so I transferred it to a little bowl here, and you press cling wrap down over the top of it so it doesn't make a skin. Okay, push that down, get all the air out that you can, and make sure it's good and sealed. And then you can just pop that in your refrigerator, and it's going to firm up even more the colder it gets. So mine, I kind of went a little too far on it, and it started to look like it was curdling, but that's okay. Just smoothed it out as best as I could, and added just a touch more sweetener, because after I tasted it, it's like, it just needs just a touch more, and put it in here and got the cling wrap on it, and it's going in the refrigerator. And it is 4:26, and I've got my lemon curd done, and I'll show you all how to store a pavlova, or the baked meringue. Alrighty, so it is 6:11. Josh made supper tonight. Had some keto-friendly tacos. My oven has cooled down. And my pavlova kind of went a little flat, but that's alright. It's alright. It'll still eat. So, I'm going to get this transferred over onto my cake stand, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Alright? Alright, not sure exactly why it went flat. Did everything like I normally do. Maybe my egg whites weren't as stiff-peaked as I thought. But that's okay. It'll still eat. I'm going to wrap this up in cling wrap. To store a baked meringue, I did my research, and you can actually store it in an airtight container at room temperature. Do not put this in a refrigerator. The egg whites will start weeping, and it'll just become a sloppy mess. So you want to leave it at room temperature, but it's got to be in an airtight container. So I'm just going to wrap it up in some, cling wrap and wrap it real tight. So I'll see you in just a few seconds. All right, so I got it all wrapped up. I'm going to set this off to the side. And this way, one blessing, I guess, since it deflated, I won't have to worry about it getting smooshed down while I store it or transport it to the church conference we're going to. And what I'll do is I'll just take the lemon curd with me. And when I get there, I'll take the cling wrap off, and then I'll put the lemon curd on it. And then put whipped cream on it. And then I'll also put some blueberries or fresh strawberries or fresh blackberries or something. Some sort of berry on top. And we will have a nice springy dessert. So that is the Pavlova. After I get it together, I might at least take a picture and post that. So you all see what it looks like together. So there you go. That's the Pavlova. So the Pavlova is, it's a little time consuming, but it is well worth it. I will tell you that. It is well worth it. Mine kind of deflated. It's been a muggy day here where I live. Very humid. So that may have something to do with it. Don't know. But I do know this. It is going to taste just fine. It might be a little more pancakey than what I would have liked, but it is what it is. Like I said, it'll still eat. So, anyway, that's the Pavlova. I will link the recipe that I got it from in the bottom, and then I will type out the lemon curd recipe, because I actually took a few recipes and put them together and made it work. So anyway, there you go. Just want y'all to enjoy some recipes and know that, guess what? You can still have your sweet tooth taken care of. Alrighty, guys. So I know this is a long video already, but you're beautiful or handsome. Alrighty, I care for you. I do. I put you in the kitchen with me for a few hours. So, I mean, I care for you. And be kind to others, but be kind to yourself. Okay? Be kind to yourself. And you're not alone. You're not. You're not alone. And one last thing, guys. Love ya!